So welcome everyone. I'm Alex Hoyau from the web studio Internet 2000. We do sustainable websites, eco-friendly websites, and you probably have questions about what is eco-friendly, what is sustainable websites, or maybe not, I don't know. And most people also ask why a studio and not an agency, or the other question is, what's this name, Internet 2000, why? So this will be for another time. Right now, we'll talk about static websites. So everybody knows what static websites here, I guess, and we all love it because it's very simple in the sense that the developer experience is great, versioning, caching, security is amazing. So why don't everyone do static websites? Because it's very confusing at the beginning. I don't know if you remember your beginnings with Jamstack and all these ecosystems of tools and different paradigm, and it's complicated, really. It's amazing, but some people are just looking for a way to evaluate if it's good for their projects, and then they need to try it and go on. So that's how a lot of people come to Silex, because the way usually people use Silex this way. So they use it as a platform because it's built on GitLab. And under the hood, there is 11t. So I'll show you how most people use it to do custom designs for clients or just for websites, and how they evaluate the static technology for their web project with it. Sometimes they just use it because they need WordPress, they want WordPress, but they don't want the security holes which go with it. They want performance. So they just see static websites as just a front end for their CMS, and Silex is exactly let you do that exactly. So I'll do a little demo for you. I have here a local Silex instance. Usually so people start with v3.silex.me, they log in into the dashboard with their GitLab account. So they need a GitLab account. We'll talk about this just a little bit later, that GitLab is maybe just one way to use Silex. Anyway, when you edit your website, you have something like this. It's it's the no-code way of doing websites, but it's very close to HTML and CSS. You'll see how. And it's also very close to 11t. I'll show you, for example, these cards are from a CMS, are from WordPress. Actually, I plugged in here. You can see I plugged in a WordPress site. I hope you can see well my screen and it's big enough. Yeah. Okay. If you have any questions, just interrupt me. So that's how you plug we call it a data source in Silex, and it's just WordPress. It's any GraphQL API, because GraphQL has introspection, and you'll see it's very useful. So any GraphQL API, you add it to your website, and then here you can see that this card, for example, has a loop attached to it, and it loops over posts, and then inside it you have the post title, so the loop data.title, and then you have even uppercase and a lot of these liquid filters, because these expressions you do here, they are, when you publish, they will be turned into liquid, and the whole website will be turned into 11t website. So I'll do this. I'll just publish. And most people don't really need to know or don't want to know. At the beginning, you don't have to know what's behind the scene. Most people will just click on the link and see their website. So you can see that GitLab gives you a free subdomain, but you can plug in your own domain for free or anything. It's GitLab pages. And that's the website, but we will go to the logs because we love logs, and we'll see what that behind the scene, it's just another 11t website. So here is the job. well, we'll come back to it. I'll show you the files. So the files here, it published this. You see, it's the 2 pages we have in this site, and they become 11T layouts, and it generated a data file which will fetch the data from WordPress in that case, or any GraphQL API. And here you can see the very typical logs from 11T, the writing thing. And you can see that there is a post page, which is it uses pagination from 11T. You're probably familiar with it. And that's something I'm working on, and I'm quite happy with the result. You'll tell me what it is, if you like it. So here in the page settings, you have the pagination data. It's just like front matter that you're editing with the UI. And that's very important in Silex. I always try to stay very close to the standard, and in that case to HTML, CSS, and 11T Jamstack static technologies. So this is just if one day you go to the code, then you'll find the same words and the same organization, and you'll find here the size. You know, you can do pagination with multiple elements in pagination.items. You can find here the pagination.items objects, and then you build your permalink. You have here a preview of the permalink. And so here you have access to all the pagination.item here, but you have also the page to build your next previous buttons. For example, in pagination, you have you have the page data, 11T page data, exactly like if you do code. And if you know HTML, CSS, and you know 11T, it should be really easy for you to go along with this new workflow. But that's how normal people use Silex. But we will use Silex a different way. We will use it as 11T developers. We can also use it as a command line tool and integrate it in a JavaScript project. This probably will be useful for you as 11T developers, because you can do, for example, if you have a complex page, but you want to leave it, to make it graphically like this and iterate over the design, maybe it's easier. Or if you want to benefit this easy CMS integration API, I don't know. You'll tell me if you find it useful. But for sure, you can use it here in a project like this. So I'm in an empty folder here. Let me check. Is it empty? Yeah, it's empty. I'll just start Silex with here, just like it's inspired by 11T. You'll see also the config files, and the zero config it's working right away, but you can configure it. It's really inspired by what Zach is doing on 11T, which I find it amazing. So I run Silex like this locally, and then I can just open it in Firefox here. Up. And here you have a blank page because the folder was empty. You can see also that Silex created a few folders, a storage folder, a hosting folder, and storage is just the website we are editing right now, and hosting is where, when I published it, will create the website in the hosting folder. So, for example, I just put a simple text field here. I publish, okay, and here you can see that that here you have now the index.html. And if you want to see what's in the index.html, it's very simple. It's just a body with a div and the text inside, and yeah, and the CSS file included. It's really close to HTML. It's everything you do here visually is in fact really close to the code. If you want to make it a paragraph, because of course you want to make it a paragraph, you can. There is semantics here. You can add attributes and everything. I'll just show you something more. For example, I'll show you here. I'll make it a collection page as. Oh, I'll add a data source first. So I'll add a data source that will be the Rick and Morty API. It's an API, open API, very easy to set up and test. For test, it's great. It's about the cartoon. So here I did a data source, and here I will just add a container, and my container I'll loop over the characters of the data source here, and I'll select the text, and the text field in the HTML content I will add the name of the character. Okay, and I'll show you just a quick thing about images because it's really cool. You can add an image and then source attribute, make it an expression too, and then you'll do image. And here you have all the characters images. So it's really simple. You can add also these more complex sections, like for example, a hero. It's under development, this thing too. It's an integration of Tailwind components and Tailwind CSS too. So if I add okay, well, that's what I want to show you now is that I publish. And of course, now if I go to the folder where I published, I can run the famous command line you all know very well, the 11T command line. I probably forgot something important, which is to add here in the page property. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so nothing. So now I will open the 11T website, and there is no CSS. It's normal because I didn't add any configuration, 11T configuration to copy the CSS, but you see it's working. And what I wanted to show you is, for example, if I delete the hero section, I publish, and 11T refresh everything, and it's a great way to work locally, visually, and yeah, maybe you can plug your local markdown files too, because you can use a project called Content Layer, which it creates a GraphQL API out of the local markdown files. So it's kind of cool. And probably at one point you can use 11T CMS locally, maybe for that too. So that's my demo. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. I'm not sure I will see it. Where is it? Yeah. See, if you see there is question, tell me, because I'm not sure I will see it. So yeah, so that's how we do website for our clients. Actually, that's how we fund Silex. We sell websites to clients, and it funds half of my time on Silex. We have 2 people working full-time on Silex doing websites for clients, and it works great. We try to onboard more people like us, more agencies or freelancers. So if you're a freelancer and you want to try it for your web project, please get in touch, because it's ready for you. It's waiting for you. We have right now 50,000 users on gitlab.com. So I don't know how many people use it with the command line. Probably not a lot, maybe 2 or 3. That's probably all. But the people who use it on gitlab.com are a lot of people at least try, and the retention is good. So people tend to come back and use it. So they're probably doing websites. I don't track anyone, so I'm not completely sure. But 50,000 accounts have been created in one year for now. And yeah, I'm working on the CMS preview, the thing you saw with the collection pages and stuff, but it will be ready soon. And I'm also working on the CSS, Tailwind CSS support. And then maybe I'll do a Silex desktop, I hope, because people want it, apparently. That's the roadmap. We have also, how you call it in English, the bounties. We have bounties. If you are a freelance developer and you want to help me with Silex desktop, we have sponsor money and we have to spend it. So please get in touch too. Basically, if you're interested in Silex and you're a professional, please get in touch. We'll probably have many things to talk about. There is a whole story around Silex. You can hear, I mean, the podcast is in French, but there is a whole transcription of the interview. And Silex is an old project. It started in 2000 and something, 5, 3, 2, I don't know. And it's kind of a cool story. There's a lot of things happened. We used it a lot for to teach web design to people from disadvantaged background, and we did many iterations, many things. We did also CD-ROMs and stuff. Anyway, follow the project on Mastodon. We are waiting for you. And that's it. If you have questions before we go for the great Eleventy CMS adventure, which is kind of similar, I guess, in the approach.